Ben Franklin was a politician, um, a writer. Uh, he was involved in printing, getting material out to American society. He was a scientist. In a very real sense, he was a Renaissance man for the time period of the American Revolution. I mean, he was one of the great thinkers. Um, and as he looked at American society, and this is applicable to not just American society, but to the entire world, um, he said that all mankind is divided into three classes: the immovable, the movable, and those that move. And his critique of American society is that the immovable will be immovable, period. They're the conservatives. Those are the ones that yesterday was good and it has to be replicated today and then tomorrow. That we don't want to change. Name one social movement in the history of humankind that was started by a conservative. There are none. There is no social movement in the history of humankind that started out as something that some conservatives thought was a good idea. Social movements always start with those who are moving, and they attract the people who are capable of moving, and those two classes make changes in our society. Steve Jobs, who was a mentor of mine, who I wish I had met and talked to, um, said that death is very likely the single best invention of life. It is life's change agent. The idea is that once you understand that death is a reality, that can help you move, because once you realize that you can die quickly, I mean, Steve Jobs died early also. Once you understand that you have limited time in this world, you ought to make movement in the right direction for your friends, your family, for American society, for the world. It goes back to Franklin's comment about many people die at 25 but aren't buried until they're 75. And the choice that lies before you today and for the rest of your tomorrows is, what is the legacy that you're going to leave your family and friends? Is the legacy that you died at 25 and did nothing for the next half a century and then were buried? Man, I'll tell you, that isn't much of a legacy. And I hope you enjoy this article. I mean, what I'm more concerned about is I mean, I'm not even worried about the political and social conservatives. They're not going to do anything anyway. But there are two other groups that either are movable, that they can say, we made a mistake, we need to change, or those who are out there saying, hey, change. And those two groups are the things that will change the world in spite of the immovables. And your choice today and for the rest of the todays that you have in your future, what are you going to do? Move and be movable, or sit there and do nothing? It's a simple choice. And as Forrest Gump says, if you don't, stupid is as stupid does. In the meantime, you take care, and thanks for reading this article.